Hi guys, welcome to my live on a Tuesday today. So today, got my dressing gown on today because I was a bit chilly just now, but this dressing gown is so amazing. When you put it on, you get so hot, so I might have to take it off. But today guys, this live is about contour and kudos. So once you're here, give me a hi. Hey Tori, thanks for joining. Hey Courtney, how are you? I'm going to be seeing you this week. Look, I need my nails doing. I'm desperately needing my nails doing. Hey Holly, thanks for joining. So girls, tonight is going to be contouring. I'm going to show you how to contour, and then I'm going to show you some of the kudos bits as well. So I'm just going to take off my makeup quickly. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I've got some music on and I didn't know if the music was too loud. So I've literally just got a wipe. I'm just going to wipe my makeup off because I've already slightly contoured today with a blusher this morning when I was in a rush because the kids were back to school today. Well, Ben and Willow were. Izzy's back tomorrow. Have you all had a good day with the kiddies back to school? Did you have a good day, Tori and Holly? With the kids being back? I've got one to go. Right, so I'm just going to start. Hey, Sabrina, thanks for joining. How are you? There we go. So I've just wiped off what I had on. I'm in a different position today as well because we've been moving the house around a little bit. You can hear me. Great, let's get going. Let me just... Did I bring my tissues over? I didn't bring my tissues over. Just dry my face before I put anything on it. So what I'm going to do, because I want to concentrate on the contouring, I'm going to do a super missed Chloe. Oh, I know, it's sad, isn't it? This whole time I was like, can't wait for them to go back. They've been a little bit naughty here and there, and then as soon as they went back I was like, oh, they're gone. But then they came home and they just you know, it was hectic. Just putting Ella to bed now, hopefully. Night night, Ella, if you can hear me. Yeah, I spent the day with my mum. Still got Poppy at home until April when she starts nursery. Oh, exciting! Right, guys, so I'm going to do a super quick base so I can start on the contouring. So I'm just going to apply a bit of my BB cream. So this one you can see is slightly darker because this is actually my summer one. But the BB cream, it's more of a complexion enhancer. It's so amazing. I really love it, especially when I'm in a rush. I wore this morning as well. Poppy missed Amelia today. Oh, it's so sad, isn't it? I remember when Willow started school and Ben still had a whole year to wait and he hated it. But we had some really nice just one-to-one days together. Because it's hard to get that one-to-one time, isn't it, when you've got more than one. Right, so I've got that on. So you can wear this BB cream as a... hey Michelle, thanks for joining. We're doing contour and kudos tonight. I've just literally started. I've put some BB cream on. But it's so amazing. It's just like a foundation. And then I just pop my powder over the top. Because you can have it all shiny, which I have usually in the summery time. And then as we start going into autumn, I just take that shine away a little bit with just some pressed powder. And then that's my coverage done. So that's my base on. And that took 2 seconds. I'm just going to pop all that up. How was your kids back today, Michelle? My younger two were. Izzy's back tomorrow. We're all just talking about what we've done today with our day off. I actually moved my house around today with my husband and got him to move some of the lights around in the lounge as well. We're not finished yet. There's lots more he has to do before he goes back to work. He's got a week off. Right, so that is the base on. So the contouring kits, I've got 2 of them. Well, all of them. You've got the sculpting palette here, which has got 3 separate things. So you'll generally have in a. Hey Sophie, how are you? Did your kids go back today? Did you have a nice day? You missed them. You didn't want them to go back yet, did you? You dropped your powder. Pardon? Here it is. Do you want to say hello? Just the husband come down in his pants. Mine are back tomorrow, but I was back at work today. Oh, do you have a nice day? Izzy's back tomorrow. Right, so back to the sculpting. So you got the sculpting trio. So what was I saying? So generally in any contouring kit, you'll have your darker shade and your lighter shades, and then you might get some highlighters and things like that. And in this one, you've got your darker shade, which you can see I'm constantly contouring. So I've used that one quite a lot. So I need to get a new palette. And then for the lighter shades, it's because I'm constantly using other things instead of these ones, because I like to just try things out. So you get your darker colour, your highlighter, and then you've got a shimmer 3D highlighter in this one. And then I've also got a sculpting stick, which has got your darker end and then your lighter end this end. So mine is in, I think mine's in medium. But then if you don't have any contouring kits or anything like that, you can even contour with bronzers. So this bronzer is a really good one to contour with because you've got your matte side, which is what you use for your contouring. And then I was using my sparkly side to go slightly higher to look like the sun-kissed look. And then if you don't have any bronzers and you've only got foundations, you can even contour with a foundation. So you need to obviously 2 different shades, one lighter and one darker. And what I do is I put my lighter one on and then I'll take my darker one and I'll put that where I want it to contour and things like that. So you can really contour with anything. It's just that the ones that are made for contouring usually have different sort of pigments and things. So they have a less of a shine, they'll look more of a real natural shadow, things like that. So that's what the difference is in contouring with a contour kit and contouring with other different things of makeup. It was lovely to be back and to see routine. I kissed all my babies and other stuff. Oh, bless you. Lovely to be back. That was meant to BB. I thought that's what it was meant to BB. Right, so what we're going to do, you want to get yourself a really good brush when you're contouring. So something that is tightly compacted, not too long, because if it's quite a long, it's going to sort of, it's going to move around and you want it to stay in where you want it to be, if that makes sense. Caden started at park today. Oh gosh, can't believe he's in year 7 already. The others all go back tomorrow. Could really do with another week with them at home, if I'm honest. Hate them going back to school. Oh, I was like that last year, Sophie. I had such a lovely summer holidays. I didn't want them to go back. And then this year, Ben and Willow were just little terrors. Well, they weren't that bad, but there was a couple of days when things got broke and I was crazy. But apart from that, it was all cool. So what I like to do when I'm contouring is I usually start with my darkest colour first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to take the compact part here, because this is the side that I like to use. Now this is the unique actual contouring brush, which I didn't think that I needed, because I've got all my other brushes. But then I actually got this one just for doing my job and hitting some targets and things like that. And it is absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that I got it, because otherwise I wasn't going to buy it. Missed, not kissed. Ow! You missed, not kissed. My typing is so delayed on here. Oh, that's okay. They come through delayed to me as well by I don't know, a minute perhaps. Right, so I'm going to start with my darkest colour first. So you want to get some on your brush. I'm just going to get some on my brush. So what I'll do is I'll do this side with my sculpting palette. I'm just going to get some on because it's right up at the edges. Let's see if that's enough on there. And then what you want to do is you want to start or go to the top of your ear. So you can either start at the top of your ear or you can come up to it. But you want to try and make sure that you finish about here where your ear sort of joins onto your face. And then if you look in the mirror and you sort of turn, then you should see a slight line. If you finding it difficult to find that line, if you sort of suck in your cheeks like this, It's really difficult for me to show you on this camera, but there is a more sort of prominent line. And do you see that? And then that's the one that you want to follow. How much is the brush? I'm not sure, because it was actually on offer the other week. So I will check that for you, and then I will get back to you after the live. Because it is amazing. I have to bring it with me if I'm coming over in the morning. So what I'll do, but I'll text you in the morning first, just to let you know, to drop it off before I go to IKEA. Because I'm getting a new wardrobe tomorrow, everybody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my line. And then I'm just going to go up. There was actually loads on the brush. But that's okay. Because... let me just bring my mirror in, because the lighting in here. Okay. I'm going to bring that down more around here. So I've just done, if I look that way, I've probably gone a bit too low there. You can see the big line that I've done. Hey, Hannah! Something of yours turned up in the post today. I bet you can guess what it is. And then what you want to do is you want to just take it up like this. Real slow. Well, you don't have to go real slow. I don't know why I just said real slow. Real careful is what I meant. And just blend it upwards. You don't want to blend it down, because if I just block that light out, this is where it's going to look like you've got a sculpted cheek underneath. So it's going to give you that sort of this look. Like that. I should probably maybe shouldn't have sat. I think it's the telly giving me that weird light. And then what you want to do as well, so if you've got a rounded face, my face is getting a bit slimmer. I think I've lost a bit of weight, but it's usually a round face. So a round face, you want to leave a gap in the middle. So instead of contouring all the way across your head, you just want to contour slightly to one side and perhaps bring it forward a bit, because that's going to give you the elongated look on your face and the less of a rounded face. So sort of like this, like a is it a 90-degree angle, that shape? Going to have to rewatch the joys of kids and dogs going on in this house. Just about to put them all to bed. Oh, okay, Sophie. I'll see you later. Nighty night, all the children. So you just see the shapes that I'm doing it like that, and I've put more on as well so you can see, but at the end we can always blend it away. So don't worry if you've put on a big line or anything like I did, because you can always blend it away. Blending is the magic of makeup. So I'm just going to try and block out that light there. So you want to come on your jaw, and you want to come down slightly and across, and you just want it to look like a natural shadow. Okay, so if I move my mirror over here, it might be a bit easier for me and you to see. Okay, so we're going to come down and we're going to go across, because that's going to sculpt out your jawbone. And also then, if you take the brush and go onto the contour section and slightly under your chin like this, that if you do have a double chin, that is going to diminish the look of your chin, because it's going to shadow the chin. And if you have any photographs taken, then it's going to look way less visible in your photos as well, because I always do that. If I'm going on a night out or wherever, if I'm having my photo taken, I'll always try and contour my jaw area. Okay, so you can see it at the moment where I've put it in all these places, here, and if you're getting a bit confused, it's easy to remember by just drawing like this a big number 3 on your face, and that sort of helps you remember where it needs to go. So then I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm just going to contour my nose now, because I've got quite a wide nose if I get out of that light, and I'm going to try and contour it to be a nice slimmer nose, and that also makes your face, or helps your face appear less round. I need to get out of that light. I've got a light hitting me somewhere tonight from somewhere, and you can dab it like that, and then you can get your blending brushes. And you can blend them, and you can blend them up, don't blend them down, or you can leave it darker I used to always leave mine darker, but now I try and blend it just a little bit, but I still like to have the look of it there. So you just blend that in, and then what you want to do next is you want to get your highlighter, which if you're using this, it's this one. If you're using something else, then use a lighter colour next. So then I'm going to get this end of my brush, because when you're doing the dark contouring, it's easier for this tight sculpted bristles to get into where you want it to sort of look, where you want the contouring to go. And when you're doing the lighter contouring, it's easier, that I found, to use the brush, and then you pop it on where you want it to go. But also, let me just grab here 2 ticks. I'm just getting something out of my box. Where is it? Oh, I should have had it out ready. Oh, where is it? Where is it? There it is. No, it's not. 2 seconds. Let me just get something out of this box. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in here. Oh, I was going to show you how to, oh, there it is. Yay! Sorry about that. I was looking for my concealer, because this is the lightest thing I have at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where to put the lighter contour in with using my concealer. So if you do have a concealer, you just squeeze out a little bit onto your finger, and then you want to warm it up as well, so it's a bit more runnier like this. When it first squeezes out of the bottle tube, it's quite firm, so you want to just soften that up with the warmth of your fingers. But I love to contour with the concealer as well. So can you see the difference if I'd put those next to each other? So you always want to go under your eyes, because that takes away any of the tiredness or heavy nights or mum bags or whatever it is that you have under there. And you come down in a triangle, so you sort of come down like this. And then what I do is I like to take it up just like this into the hairline, because that also creates another sort of dimension on your face. And like I said before, I've got the rounded face. It's going more oval shaped at the moment, but it sort of just helps take the roundedness away. Such great coverage. I know, I love the concealer. The BB cream's amazing coverage. So I've got blemishes that you can see, like, you know, where they're pointing out, but you can't see the redness and the colour of them anymore. And that was only the BB cream and a quick bit of powder. And then what I do as well, oh, I went up a bit high, I should have looked in the mirror, is you go underneath where you've cut out your shape, if you can see that. And then that one you can bring down. And then also in your centre of your head and slightly out. And then if I've got any left, I always go down my nose as well. We'll have to try the BB cream next. Yeah, I think you're going to love it, Sabrina. It's a really, really thick one as well. I think it's basically like a foundation, but it's not a foundation. It's the BB cream and it's a complexion enhancer, but it is just amazing. So good. So then that's where you want to put the light one. So you can go across the top of your eyebrow as well if you want to. So you've got your darker colour here, and here. So it started here and we blended it up. And then you've got your lighter colours under your eye going out to your hairline. You've got your lighter colour down your nose and up. So I would have done it that side as well, but I was just using the palette for this side of my face. And then what I would usually do is take my bud, which is here, and I'm just going to give it a quick spray because I haven't got it wet. Spray that. And then I'm just going to blend them together. Okay, so if you just used if I hadn't used the concealer here, which I was just using to show you for the lightness, then you can use the bud. It depends on if you're using a powder or a cream. but you can still use the bud to blend them all in together. Or if you're just using powders, you can get your little brush and you can do lines or tiny circular movements, or just like this, just to blend them slightly together. But you don't want to lose that crease too much, but don't worry if you do, because you can always just go over again with some more dark. I always totally do that. I'll always add more dark at the end, because you then go on to do your any bronzer or any blusher. And I always go over my darker colour, my contour, so I always put some more on at the end. Oh, I forgot actually, if you want to achieve a fuller lip, you contour under here as well. So let me just show you that really, really quickly. So you only need a tiny amount. And if you've got this brush, you can literally just do one that side and one that side, and then blend that in. And that will just give you like a shadow appearance under your lip, and make you look like you've got a bigger bottom lip there, which is quite a cool little trick, especially for a night out. So I sometimes contour on a daily basis. It depends how much time I have in the mornings. But I would sometimes, if it's a very light day and it's quite wintry or it's not that hot, I won't contour quite as fiercely as that bit there. I'll just do it really, really lighter. But have a play around and see what you guys think for yourselves. But another thing that you can contour with is the bronzer. So say you've gone like that and that's just not enough for you. You can take anything you like and just put it in those places where I just showed you and pull it up. And then if you want some bronzer or blusher afterwards, just pop that on over the top of your contour. So if you want a blush or a bronzer, whatever it is, and then just pop it on like that. And then you can just, if you're still too much for you down there or wherever, just use your other brush, a clean brush to blend. And then can you see how this side of my face looks more lifted? And this side is like quite, I don't know, this side actually looks quite puffy, I think, now compared to that side. And then that's all you need to do to contour. That's the places where you put it. So have a little play around with your powders or different coloured foundations, or use a concealer for a highlighter. Use different brushes as well, because all the different brushes work so differently that everyone's going to have their own personal favourites. My personal favourites for the contouring is definitely this side of the contour brush. So that's how that goes. I'll just show you quickly with the stick. Oh, hey Karen, how are you? Thanks for joining. How are you? Where are you watching from? I'm just showing contour tonight and Kudos in a minute. I'm going to have a little talk about the Kudos. So for the other side, I'm just going to use my my stick now, and I'm just going to draw the lines again to show you all where I put my contour and where it is for a rounded oval face. So I started with a round face, but it's turning oval. So you want to start from, you can start from the top or you can start from the bottom. So mine's gone on like that. And then I would also contour on the side of my nose. So I've just done a very slim line. And then I would contour around here and slightly out. Okay. And then I would also contour, let me move my mirror again. Sometimes I contour all the way around under my cheek, because I do have biggish cheeks. So I just work with that, and sometimes, you can see the little, once you've finished, it just looks more like nicer, I find, on myself. So, and then you contour under here from your jaw, go down and take it back. And you can also, if you've got the pen or a really little brush, perhaps like this, quite a small one, you can, or you've got the stick, you can draw a little line in there, and you can also contour that in. So I used to do that. I've stopped doing that recently though. I think because I've started to leave a gap there. I'm just playing around with my makeup at the moment, well, over the summer holidays, to try and see what I like. And then just take your bud. I'm just going to spray mine because it's not wet, and you should always use a wet one. So see, there you go. And just go upwards. It's really difficult without looking in the mirror. There we go. So it's not actually spreading that well where my bud is dry. I think the bud is picking up a lot of the product, but there is still some on my face. Well, that's my fault for not getting my bud wet. Just like that. And then if you've got like a long nose and you want a shorter one, you can always put it under there. But I like to keep mine looking a bit longish for the shape of my face. And then you just blend it all in. So this side is sort of more of a darker colour because I did my lightest shade, which I've got, which is Scarlet. And then I did my darkest shade from the sculpting palette. This side, this sticks in medium, so it's a more of a subtle look. But just to achieve that look slightly more, I'm going to see if I can put a lighter foundation underneath to see what will happen. I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to take that end and put it in here. There we go. And then I'm just going to go and then you can also put it under your eye and take it out. Like that. And then up the middle just to make it the same. Like that. And then, so that's more of a subtle contour. Hi Gemma, thanks for watching. We're doing contour and Kudos. So this side is more of a darker contoured now, and this side is more of a subtle look for maybe a daytime. And then you can always, again at the end, just take your bronzer or blusher. Where's my brush gone? Which would you say is better, the palette or the stick? I think I personally love the palette, but the stick is really easy if you haven't contoured before. So just the same as the eyebrow palette and the eyebrow pencil, it's quite similar to the eyebrow palette and the contour palette and the contour stick. I'm getting all tongue-tied. But yeah, the stick is easier, but I do prefer to use the palette. So, loving the demo. Well, thank you, Karen. South Africa. Yeah, I thought you were, but I did see you on holiday. Where did you go? Somewhere in... no, it wasn't New York. Was it New York? Oh, I don't know what happened there. I didn't touch anything. My internet hasn't gone funny for ages, touch wood. Where's some wood? Where's the leg chair? There we go. The stick is for me then. Yeah, you'd probably get on really well with the stick at first, Tori, and then you'd probably be like dying for one of these. That's what I think I got this first actually. And you know what I'm like, just dive in. So that's what you do. So you've contoured here. I can also, what I'll do tomorrow is I'll post some contouring pictures in the video, in the group for different face shapes. Hey Zoe, thanks for joining. We've just contoured our face. So this is a darker contour. This was a lighter contour. We used the sculpting kit for this side. I used my stick for this side, but we also went through that you can really contour with loads of things. So we used the bronzer as well, because this one, but if you are contouring with a bronzer, make sure it's a matte finish. So I've got a matte side and a sparkle side. And then you can even contour with foundations, as long as obviously one is darker and one is lighter. So all those types of things you can do, which is really, really cool. And I contoured with my concealer as well tonight on this side, just so you can see the difference in the colours more prominently. So that's really cool. And that, ladies, is contouring. So I hope you enjoyed the contour tips this evening. Like I said, I will follow up with a few other posts, because not everyone has a circular face or an oval face. Some people have got diamond, heart shapes, square faces, long faces, all different kinds of faces, and that's where contouring can really come in handy with your makeup. So especially if you've got a big event or a night out and you've got, you know, things that you don't really like on your face, because I never really like having a circular face. I always think, you know, oh, I don't like my face, but that's why I've learned to contour. So I started contouring about 3-ish years ago now, probably, because yeah, it's got to be 3-ish years, because Willow's been at school for 3 years, and I think that's when I started mucking around with it properly anyway. So that is the contouring. If anyone's got any questions, please do either comment or private message me. If you're interested in any of the products or colours, so they all come in different shades, light, medium, darks. Everything comes in loads of hundreds of shades, 26 different shades for these and all things like that. So you can ask me all of those questions. And what I'm going to show you now, oh, I'm just going to put this lipstick on actually. I didn't see that there. What one is this? Sublime or Stella? Stella. I love the splash lipsticks. Oh gosh, look. Just brings the contour in together. Oh yeah, I love this one. I wore Sublime today. That's my new one. It's like a shade or two lighter than this, and it's slightly peachier and less sort of browny. And I've also worn them both together. I wore the darker one at the edge and the lighter one in the middle to make me look like a kissy lip kind of thing. I did that for my anniversary at the weekend. That colour really suits you. Thank you. I really, really love it. I am into like my browns and my nudes. I used to be a pink wearer, so I've got loads of colours, but that's my favourite at the moment. Stella. So I'm just going to quickly show you now, guys, because I haven't even mentioned anything about this month's Kudos whatsoever. I haven't told you what it is. I don't think I've posted any pictures. So definitely want to see the Sublime. Yes, I know. I'm going to bring it with me when I come see you, and I'll also bring... Ta-da! Is this the right one? Yes, because it looks different as well. It's got a different lid. It's the waterproof one that I'm wearing now. I've only got one quick coat on this morning. I was like, oh my God, we're going to be late. Quickly, let's go. And that was all I did. So anyway, back to the Kudos. This month's Kudos is actually super, super, duper, duper amazing. If I already didn't own everything that was in the Kudos, I would be like, I need one, because it is all about the brows and the eyes, this Kudos, and I'm so excited. I'm going to do a live on Friday, and I'll be on my main page as well, showing this one, guys. So this month's Kudos, you get to choose your own shades in the brow palettes. So if I just open the brow palette up, you've got your gel wax there, or your gel. You've got your darker shade. You've got your lighter brown. You have your matte pinky finish, and then you've got your shimmer finish there as well. So I've got mine in medium. They come in light, dark and medium, which is really for blondes, brunettes or darker hair, but I like to use medium because that's quite dark enough for me. And if I put the brown on and it's not dark enough, then I can dip it in the gel and it goes darker, so I don't need the darker one. And then I also get to have the lighter shade for when I want to do some 3D or dimensions on the beginning of my eyebrows. And you get the pink and the shimmer mattes in all the shade choices. So you're going to get one of these, guys. Ah! Amazing. Now, what do you need to put this on? You need special makeup artist brush. So you're also going to get a choice in your brushes as well. You can get a special artist makeup brush, which is especially designed for your eyebrow palette and for doing your eyebrows, or you can choose a brush which is also an artist makeup brush, but it has a spoolie on the end. So if you don't know what a spoolie is, basically a mascara wand without the mascara. So it will come. This isn't a spoolie, by the way. This is just my eyebrow brush, but I'm just showing you what it would look like. So it would come with that on the end. And then what you do is you do your eyebrows. And then to get that lighter look here, if you haven't used any of the lighter ones, you can take one of these brushes and you can just brush up, and it brushes away some of the colour. And that's how you get that ombre look at the beginning of your eyebrow, if you're just into your eyebrows. Because I am. So you're going to get one of these, or one of these. It's up to you, but you're definitely going to be getting one of these. And then also what you're going to get to choose next is you're going to get to choose your mascara. So luckily for you girls, they've just brought out, you can choose from the black, which is absolutely amazing. It is my favourite go-to always mascara. It's really, really amazing. Voluming, lengthening, it literally is insane. It separates all your lashes. I love it so much. But the black waterproof mascara is my new favourite, and that's purely because of me and my eyes, and they water quite often. I crush them together quite a lot with my squint, because if they're not watering, then they're super, super dry. They're really, really sensitive to light as well. So sometimes even in the winter, I have to wear my sunglasses because the sun, even if it's an overcast day, it's really bright for my eyes, and they'll just water and stream sometimes. And this one is absolutely amazing. And I tested it out all of my anniversary, and I did some really high-packed adrenaline activities. I jumped off the Spinnaker Tower and did the drop. I went to Go Ape and was like so megally high. I was like, oh god, like it was scary. Okay, and this waterproof mascara didn't budge off of my eyes at all whatsoever. It's absolutely amazing. And then I wore it in the bath, I think the first or second night that I got it, just to test the waterproofness, and I couldn't even get it off. I ended up like rubbing my eyes, and I was like, what am I doing? I don't want to break my lashes. So I just took it off with an oil-based product. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And then you can also choose a brown as well. So if you're a more natural sort of wearer, you can choose a brown. So you can choose the waterproof, a black, or a brown. And then, dun dun dun, not finished, you can choose an eyeliner. So you can choose any colour. There's so many colours. I think I've got the perfect, which is black. I've got white. I think I've also got a blue and a brown. These are just my pencil ones. But you can get greens, you can get purples, you can get teal colours. There's such a big range of colours. Then there's glittery ones, metallic ones, amazing colours, really, really lovely. So you're going to get one of these as well. You're going to get one of these. So you're going to get, in this week's Kudos, this month's Kudos, sorry girls, you're going to get your eyebrow palette in your choice of shade. You're going to get your choice of eyebrow tool to use to put it on. You're going to get your choice in mascara, waterproof black or brown. And then you're also, girls, going to get your choice in your eyeliner. Okay, and these eyeliners are absolutely amazing. I really, really love them. I'll put one on right now for you. I'll put the black one on. So I'm just going to put it on my waterline. Oh gosh, it's weird doing it into the phone. And then you just literally... I'm getting so many messages on my phone, I can't even see myself. Let me just get those out of the way. But look at that, there we go. So that is the colour perfect. And I just describe it as a charcoaly black. And then I've also got my white. So if you want to look of a bigger eye, like a wider eye, a more awake eye, you can put the white on the bottom. It's like this. And then if you're going out, you can put you know, when you're doing your eyeshadow and you put some underneath, you can put the eyeshadow underneath, and then this white will make it look like that's your eye. So if I sit back, you can see the difference in the eyes. So this one, you can see the shape of my eye, and this one just looks a bit more wider. So it depends as well what kind of look you want to achieve, to what kind of colour you might want to pick on your eyeliners and things like that. But that's the Kudos. So that was the contouring, and that was the Kudos, and I will be back Friday at 7 PM live on my main page with all the Kudos kit. So if you aren't one of my friends on Facebook, or you're not a follower, you're more than welcome to friend me or follow me on Facebook to catch that live, and you're more than welcome to share it as well, because it will be set to public, that one. So that's it, guys, for my Tuesday live. Don't know why I'm singing. I think because I haven't done a live in ages, because I didn't do one Friday, did I? Because I took the day off. I took my first Friday off since starting for my wedding anniversary, and I had the best time ever. It was so amazing. But now back to reality, I guess. I just keep looking at the difference in my eyes with the white eyeliner and the black eyeliner. So yeah, so the Kudos this month is really a great one, but I already own everything from it, so I can't really go and get another one. Well, I could, but I won't, so I don't need one yet. But yeah, you need an eyeliner. Great. I can drop some of these off as well when I see you next. You can try them all out, because they're so good. And there's so many different colours. And I've never owned a white one before, and I really wanted to get one. And I really love it. I've worn it so much this summer, because I've always been a black wearer on my eyes. But I really love the white now. Glad you had a great time off. Yeah, it was great. Awesome. So I'm going to go now and take all this back off and chillax, because Izzy is back to school tomorrow. The other two are at school. I need to go and buy my wardrobe so I can put my clothes away, because at the moment they're just on the floor in my room, because everyone's wardrobes are broken and it's just been a really hectic time. So I'm going to go wardrobe shopping. So I'll see you all on Friday, guys. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have watched on replay, just hashtag replay in the comments for me, so that I know that you stopped by, guys. See you Friday.